Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagaganatam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Saki Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langete Yatkripātamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dīnatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Mam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Namane Namaha Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayane Gaurakata Dāmadaya Nagara Grama Tarine. Hare Krishna. As we are traveling in the 6th day of the Mārgasirsha Mass, Śrī Āndāl Nachiyar appeared in the 6th century, and she spread the Krishna Bhakti to everyone in the village, Shrivilliputtūr, and she was always interested to spread the message of Krishna Bhakti to each and everyone. So the first portion of the 5 shlokas or Pāsuram what we have covered is scene 1. Scene number 2, wherein it is a totally different situation. We can understand she is going to wake up each and everyone. And Āndāl Nachiyar finally, in deep love with Krishna, got wedded to Sri Ranganatha Swami, who came from Srirangam to Shrivilliputtūr. And she is also called as Sudi Kodutha Chodurkudi because she used to wear the garland which is meant for Lord before it goes to the temple, as her father Periyalvar used to make garlands regularly. Actually, Periyalvar is a great devotee of the Lord. He is also one among the 12 Alvars. He is like a childish devotee and he was in deep love with Krishna. Many times he used to feel he wants to always glorify the Lord in such a way, and he used to sing him, "Oh, long live Krishna," like that. He used to compose one Pāsuram, what is called as Pallandu Pallandu Pallayarthandu. So this way, Āndāl Nachiyar's father, Periyalvar, also is a very great devotee of Krishna. So Āndāl Nachiyar composed this Tiruppāvai 30 Pāsuram for 30 days. She is waking up each and everyone from this day onwards for almost another 10 days. So we can relish each and every Leelas also of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in between this. Then coming to the Taniyams, I will recite it. After that, we will be going to the Pāsuram. Nīlā tungastha nagari tadi suddha mutpotya krishnam Pārārdhyam swam shruti sata shaira siddha madhyapayanti Sochishtāyam srajani ghalitam ya bhalakrutya bhunte Goda tasyai nama idam bhuya evastu bhuyaha Annavayal Puduvai Āndāl Arangarku Pannu Tiruppāvai Palpadiyam Innisayal Padik Koduttal Narpa Malai Umalai Sudik Koduttalai Cholle Sudik Kodutta Chodarkodiye Tolpavai Padiyarulaval Valvalayai Nadinir Vengadavarki Ennai Vidiyanda Imatram Angadava Vanname Nalhu. Hare Krishna. Now we will go to the Pāsuram. I request Akshaya to sing.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Pullum Srilam Dinakai Pullarai Kodi Pullum Srilam Dinakai Pullarai Kodi வெள்ளை வீசங்கின் பேரவம் கேட்டிலையோ வெள்ளை வீசங்கின் பேரவம் கேட்டிலையோ பிள்ளாய் எழுந்திராய் முலை நஞ்சொண்ட பிள்ளாய் எழுந்திராய் முலை நஞ்சொண்ட கள்ளச்சக்கரம் கலக்கழிய காலோசி கள்ள கலக்கழிய காலோசி வெள்ளத்தரும் தூயிலமர்ந்த வித்தினை உள்ளத்து கொண்டு முனிவர்களும் யோகிகளும் உள்ளத்து கொண்டு முனிவர்களும் யோகிகளும் மெல்ல எழுந்த அறியந்த பேரவம் மெல்ல எழுந்த அறியந்த பேரவம் உள்ளம் போகுந்த குளிர்ந்தேலோ பாவாய் உள்ளம் போகுந்த குளிர்ந்தேலோ பாவாய். Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Akshaya.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm opening the room. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Prabhu, one request, Vasant Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
In Tamil room, Suresh, if you can give him co-host, he can do the recording also.
Yeah, he's doing every day, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay. Screen sharing also he can do.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, he can do.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You can continue, Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So as we are moving into the sixth day of the wonderful Mangalārati, Tiruppāvai, we are going to relish in a different style, because in the first 5 days, we were looking into different aspects. Initially, Āndāl Nachar, the very first Pāsuram, she is talking about to whom one has to worship. Then she talks about what are the norms, what are the rules and regulations, do's and don'ts. Then she talks about the paraphernalia that are required for maintaining the vrata. So she is instructing this rain god, and she talks about so many instructions further on that. Then in the next Pāsuram, she talks about calling the names of the Lord gives you everything automatically, everything flourish. Then in yesterday's Pāsuram, we were seeing it. She is talking about again the glories of the Lord. And here, this is the new phase of the Tiruppāvai, wherein Āndāl Nachiyar, with all the gopis, all the residents of Srivilliputtūr, she wanted to perform this vrata. See, a pure devotee of the Lord always expects that each and everyone around him should be involved in Krishna consciousness. if you look at it, there are so many acharyas in Shiva Vaishnavism. They are called as Parivirājaga Acharya. They go around many places, call out everybody, take them to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is their primary goal. That's why even if you look at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was telling, Yare Dekha, Tare Kaha, Krishna Upadesh. So as we see that in the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says very clearly, those who spread this message to each and every one, he is very, very dear to me more than anything else. So they take up very seriously. So this way, Āndāl Nachar also keeps spreading the message. So almost 10 to 15 gopis were sleeping. Actually, if you look at it, they are not sleeping, they are pretending to sleep. As we go further in the Pāsurams, wherein they will chastise them. Don't dream about the Lord, don't always be with the Lord alone. You also come out, we also have together the wonderful devotional service together, like that she explains. So let us come to the Pāsuram of today. Before we start, let us read the Pāsuram once. Pullum Silambinakan Pullarayan Koyilil Vellai Vilichangin Peraravam Ketilayo Pillai Elundirai Peimulai Nanjundu Kallachakadam Kalakariya Kalochi Vellattaravil Tuilamaranda Vithinai உள்ளத்துக் கொண்டு முனிவர்களும் யோகிகளும் மெல்ல எழுந்து அரியன்ற பேரறவும் உள்ளம் புகுந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோ ரெம்பாவாய். So the word by word meaning we'll try to understand first. Pullum. Pullum means there are varieties of birds which always wake up much early before the sunrise. And what they do, they make wonderful noise. Cuckoo birds, different birds. So all these things, we can hear it. Then what is the next one? Pullarayan Koyilil. Pullarayan Koyilil. They have to split like this. Pull means it is the bird. And when we talk about pull, here Āndāl Nachar refers to the bird or the king of birds who is called as the Garudhalvar or Garuda. Arayan. Arayan means the leader of the bird pull. That means who is the leader of Garuda? Lord Narayana or Vishnu. Koyilil means temple. Vellai, white. Vilichangin, shank, conch shell. Vili means calling out or the sound that comes from, or the tumultuous sound that comes from. Peraravam. Per means big or loud. Aravam means sound. Ketilayo, did you not hear? Because the gopis, those who are waiting outside, they are calling out the one who is sleeping inside the house. Then what does she say? Pillai. Pillai is addressed wherein with a respect, with a gentle word. Elundirai. Elundirai means please wake up. See, in Tamil, there are lots of wonderful, respectful words that has to be utilized. Here, Āndāl Nachar does the same thing when she is addressing Elundirai with respect, she says. Pei mulai nanjundu. Pei means demonic. Mulai means her breath. Nanj, venom. Undu, eaten. Kalla, disguise. Chakadam, the wheel. Kala Kariya, with his lotus feet. Kalochi, he just kicked and killed him. Vellattaravil. Vellattaravil. Vella means it is flood. Which type of flood? Milky Ocean. Taravil means on top of it. Tuyil means lying. Amarda, on the bed of serpent. Adishesha. Vithinai. Vithinai means the Supreme Lord Vishnu, Krishna. Ullat, within the mind. Kondu means always meditating. Munivarhalam, those saintly persons. Yogigalam, the type of yogis who meditate and do the devotional service. Mella, very quietly wake up. Ari. Here, the Ari, though it is written as Ari, it is Hari. What happens now in Tamil, certain letters, when it is picked up from the Sanskrit, there is the understanding little difficult. So what they try to do, Hari becomes Ari. Ari Endra, that sound, Pera Ravam, again the same loud sound of the Lord's names. Ullam, within the mind. Puhunde, entered. Pulindelo, making blissful condition. So this is a word by word meaning. So let us try to understand the translations. Pullum Silambinakan. So what she is telling, oh girl, you are sleeping. The cuckoo birds and the wonderful morning birds have woken up and they are making noise. Pullarayan Kovilil. Now, in the Vishnu temple, Vellai Vilichangin, the shank with which they are blowing the conch shell, that sound, Ketilayo, did you not hear? Hey girl, please get up. And now she is talking about the importance of it, the Lord's Leelas. The first Leela she talks about it here is Peimulai Nanjundu. So the Lord sucked the breast of Putana, and in the process she was killed by Krishna. Then on the birthday of Krishna, the Asura sent by Kansa, Chakatasur, she took the form of a wheel and he assumed a gigantic wheel shape and he was trying to attack Krishna. So at that time, Krishna killed him with ease with his little lotus feet finger. Then that Supreme Lord is lying down on the causal ocean or the Milky Ocean. That Lord is remembered and all the sages and yogis are waking up very gently because they carry the Lord in their heart and they reach the temple calling out the names of Hari 7 times. And this sound is also making you very blissful. Please get up. Like that, they are respecting. So let us try to understand the two aspects of it as I told you. Literally, the translation is like this. Pullum. Pullum means there are a variety of wonderful birds. These type of birds one can always see only in villages and towns. Because when we come to the cities and metros, what happens? This type of birds are all not there at all, practically. But there are so many reasons for it. Because the city is developed and there are so much of unwanted noise, sounds, and it is obstructing that wonderful birds. In addition to that, as we see, there are so many mobile towers or this type of things always obstruct them. That's why we cannot see this type of birds. Only in villages one can see. Not only seeing, even in the early mornings in the Brahma Muhurta, they used to make wonderful sounds. With the sounds, generally people used to get up. Nowadays, people need definitely alarm. In spite of alarm, also many are not able to get up. And parents or someone else has to come and pour one bucket of water. That's only people wake up. So that is the condition. So she is talking about one. Then she talks about the Pullarai and Kovil. Because generally, if you look at all the Sri Vaishnavism, the temple are completely managed and maintained in the rules and regulations which are mentioned in the Pancharatra Vidhi, Agama Vidhi. So Pancharatra and Vaikhanasa, there are two things. So in the Pancharatra Vidhi, the Agama Vidhi also a sub portion of that. So they follow the rules and regulations. In these type of temples, the early mornings, they always do the worship. Similarly, you can see in the ISKCON temples also, in all the temples all over the world, every temple will have a Mangalārati sharp 4:30 a.m. Irrespective of the weather, outside conditions, they will not bother because this is the discipline, the Brahma Muhurta, in which one has to worship the Lord. So here, this Pullarayan Govil means the temple where Garuda is there always. And again, there is another interesting aspect of it. What they do, while they open the doors and while they start the regular aradhanas, Archa Vigraha aradhanas, no? When they start it, they blow the shank, conch shell. Because when it comes to the worship of the Lord, there are 16 type of upacharas. What is called as Shodasa upachara. Again, it comes from the Narada Bhakti process, right? So Narada Muni's Pancharatra Vidhi, which completely explains all. So they blow the shank and the sound reaches so many places around. In olden days, in all the Divya Deshams, this is the procedure. And devotees in general, then they want to go and settle down in a Divya Desham. There is a rules and regulations. What is that? See, when you stay in the Divya Desham, what is more important is one has to go in the early morning for attending all the Mangalaratis. So in people general, when we go to the Mayapur, Vrindavan or any major ISKCON temples, the rule is very simple. Everybody should go to the temple in the morning, waking up early. There they should not switch on the AC and sleep. That is not the purpose. Because one has to be very austere. One has to maintain the importance of the Vedesham. So what they are telling, the blowing of the shank should reach long distance. So they calculate the Divyadesham based on how much radius the sound reaches, that much is the Divyadesham coverage. So one can live within that area. That's what it says, right? So then she says, wake up very early, Elundirai. This is a very important aspect. Elundirai. What they're telling, Elundi means wake up, Irai means be alive, don't asleep. Again, the gopis, the Kumarikas, those who are waiting outside, they are making fun of her. Listen, if you are going to do like this, people will think, though you are alive, they will consider it you are not alive because you are not woken up. Because Brahma Muhurta is meant for that. Moreover, in the Shastra, it very clearly says those who wake up in the Brahma Muhurta, they have got a very good health and they have got a very good mood to perform the devotional service. Then after that, these girls outside, they are telling, in spite of telling all these things, the girl is not waking up. Then they think, oh, if I say Krishna is going to be attacked to someone, he is going to be attacked by someone. So what they are telling, Pei Mulai. So when this sound is heard by the girl who is asleep, what she say, oh, Nanjundu, I know that. He ate the, or he drank the woman, but he did not die. He killed the Putana. So this way, she is telling, I know this history also, Krishna is safe, nothing to worry. Then the girls outside, they are trying to again wake her up with this word, Kallachakadam Kalakkaliya. When they say this, the demon Chakadasura sent by Kansa has come to attack Krishna. Please come and join us to support and try to chase away the demon. Then the girl who is lying down, she says, Kalochi, I know that the Lord used his lotus sweet finger and killed him. So Krishna is always protected by all means, nothing to worry. And this way she is trying to avoid waking up. Then finally, the girls are telling, listen carefully, the Lord who is lying down on the Adishesha bed in the Milky Ocean, they are, many of the sages and yogis are remembering him. So when we say the sages always, they carry the Lord within their heart. Yogi means they always serve the Lord physically, right? So these two type of things. In this regard, we can understand Munis means always they meditate on the Lord. That means the Lord is residing in their heart. That we will understand in the next sentence. Residing in the heart. When we say this, one should understand the Lord is always taking a wonderful seat in the hearts of the sages, because they always meditate on him and glorify him always. Similarly, in the Lord's heart also, these munis, sages, are also residing, right? Why? Because in the Bhagavatam also, Krishna himself says to Durvasa when he came for protection from the Sudarshana attack. At that time, what Krishna says, the Lord says is, the shloka goes like this. The beginning, I am suddenly forgetting.
Sadhuvo hridayam mahyam.
Sadhuvo, okay, thank you. Sadhuvo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayantvaham. So in the first portion of the shloka, he says, the devotees are in my heart and I am in their hearts. So like that here, the gopis are telling, they are all ready to wake up the Lord. Yogis means those who are doing physically service, meditating upon the Lord with all the Ashtanga yogis and all, right? So they are also ready. So this means one has to worship the Lord with mind and body. So this is another important thing. So the gopis are telling, Mella elundu, because they are all waking up very slowly. They will not wake up with a jerk. So when you get up from the bed, one has to do that. Even in the medical science, they are telling, no, especially after a certain age, one should wake up and get up from the bed in a slow process, right? But here, this is not a medical reason, but here the munis and yogis, they get up slowly for the simple reason is, the Lord is residing in their heart and there should not be any jerk for the Lord. Like that, they see the mode of the yogis and munis. And what they do after getting up, they are always calling out the names. This is the general rule. You must know that. The moment you wake up, one should see the wonderful picture of the Lord and one should call out the names of the Lord. So, according to the Shastras, it is explained 7 times one have to call the names of Hari, 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 like that, 7 times. So that sound, the transcendental sound, will always give the real effect for each and every soul to wake up. So when all the girls outside, they started telling, this is what the munis and yogis are doing it. Is this transcendental sound has not entered in you? Is it not giving you such a pleasure? Is it not giving you that blissful condition? When they said this, immediately that girl woke up and got up from her bed. So that means the holy name of the Lord, or the transcendental sound of the Lord, or the Divya Dhvani, they call it, right? So it wakes up and it does all the magic in each and every soul, whether he is morose, whether he is happy, whether he is dull, or any situation, because the name has got all the potency. As we see, Prabhupada mentions in every place, one has to revive the relationship and remembrance of the Lord through 4 things. One is the Lord's name, the Lord's beautiful form, the Lord's wonderful qualities, the Lord's wonderful leelas. So this way, when the names are chanted, automatically everyone is pleased. So this is what they are trying to explain and wake her up. Finally, the girl woke up. Now they have to wake up the other rest, because every day it's going to be another 9 or 10 ladies who have not, because according to the Vishnu, Sri Vaishnava Acharyas, they are telling almost the entire village woke up except for a few. So they are trying to wake up each and every one. So this is the importance of the holy name, which makes them waking up, right? So in this regard, let us try to understand the 2 important leelas which Āndāl Nachar has relished. Before going into that, I forgot that. We have to understand from the Guru Shishya angle. So here, Āndāl Nachar takes a different stance now. What does she do now? As we said earlier before, Āndāl Nachar considered her father as the Guru. And she considered him as Krishna himself, because as we saw in that Sakshad Haridvena. This way, what she does now, she is addressing her father, right? What does she address? Ullum Silambena Khan. In the Shivaliputur, so there are so much of wonderful birds and cuckoo birds. They always, in deep love, they also wake up along with the devotees to chant the names of the Lord with their sound. And this is what they are telling. Oh, Periyalvar, in our village, all the birds have woken up. Pullare and Kovilil. Then they are telling in the Garuda's temple or the Vishnu's temple, the sound of the conch shell has come. So, are you able to hear it? Here, when we say that, the Periyalvar has spread the message of bhakti also very much, right? So this way, he has done so many wonderful compositions. So please wake up, she is telling. Then what does she say? She is talking two important leelas of the Lord, wherein Periyalvar has really been relishing it. So in the Pillai word, actually the Acharyas are explaining Periyalvar is like a small childish nature, and he always worried about Krishna's beauty and Krishna's things, because everybody comes and sees and their eyes are cast upon. We say that in the villages, no, drishti, right? Like that here also, Periyalvar was always concerned, and he blessed the Lord, or he wished the Lord live many, many more years, long life. So he composed this one of the Pāsuram, which is called as Palland, Tiruppāvai, they call it as. Palland, Palland, Pallayirattandu, Palagodi Nurayiram, Malland Nintol Manivanna, in Chevadi Shavi Tirukāpu, Adiyodum Modum, Minnodum, Ayiram, Palland. Like that, he explains it. Let the Lord live long life. Can you imagine a devotee wishing the Lord long life? This is the prema level, right? Moreover, in Sri Vaishnavism, Periyalvar is considered as Garuda's incarnation. So, like that, they are talking about it. Then further, Periyalvar has composed so many wonderful hymns, poems on these two leelas. What is that? One is the Putana killing. The second one is killing of the Chakadhasura. So these two are also very attractive to him. So they are connecting these two things so that Periyalvar will get up. So then they are talking about the Tuyilamarda Vittinai, because all the time the Periyalvar will be remembering only the Lord's glories, because his name is also called as Vishnu Chitta. So this way, when he was told to remind about this, immediately he also got into that. Then he is talking about Munivargalam Yogigalam, because as I told you earlier, both the sevas were done by Periyalvar, because Periyalvar was meditating on the Lord like a saintly or sage, and at the same time, like a yogi, Periyalvar was also serving the deities in the temple by making wonderful garlands, flower garlands every day. So like this, they are connecting it. And finally, what they are telling, Hari, 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 because always he will be very happy. Periyalvar will be very happy if somebody chants the names of Hari. You know that no, in our Chaitanya Leela also, many times when the devotees chant the names of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes into trance, right? So this way, Periyalvar also was very, very happy, and he was very going into trance just because hearing the names of Hari. So this way, Āndāl Nachar is addressing her own father, Periyalvar, and she considers him as her guru, and she considered he is equal to Krishna. Okay. So now let us try to understand these two leelas, what Āndāl Nachar has specified in these Pāsurams. One is the killing of the Putana. Actually, in the Bhagavatam, it is explained, Kansa sent first this venomous lady. Who is that? Putana. Putana, she had plans to attack Krishna different way. But finally, she settled down in taking a mother's role, because there will be so many babies, I can also attack Krishna very easily if I carry women in my breast. So she carried a woman and she came. As she entered, she looked like a beautiful girl and nobody could make out she is a demon. So as she entered the palace, everybody was allowing her to approach and she was looking for only Krishna. But in the meanwhile, wherever there was children, many children are also killed. So Krishna came to know she is doing all nonsenses and she is killing so many children in his wonderful Gokula. So Krishna planned very well how to attack her. As she entered the palace, even Yashoda could not make out. She advanced further into the room of Krishna and she put Krishna on her lap and she is about to give the milk. As she tried to press her breast into his mouth, Krishna sucked not only her breast and sucked her breathing air, pranavayu also. As he was sucking, the pain was too much for her. Generally, when we are in the catch hold or when Krishna holds us, what we will do? We will be very happy because Krishna is holding us. But we will not be trying to escape from that or we will not relieve ourselves from that hold. But here, this Putana was crying out so loudly. Munchato, 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 like that 3 times she is crying. What does she say? Please leave me, please leave me. So this is the demonic mood, right? Her intention was bad, but she took a role of a mother. So Krishna felt it, oh, poor demoness. But she has come in the form of a mother. I have to promote her to a special position. Though her intention was very bad, but she came in the form of a mother. So she was given the position of a nurse, right? So nurse only generally takes care of the babies, right? So like that, Krishna gave her a very special position. So when we say that, this verse, which is very important for all of us, this verse was attracting so many devotees, especially Uddhava when he came to Vraja, he was talking about that to the gopis. Similarly, Vyasadeva was teaching his village vasis to learn this verse because they were afraid to go to collect firewood in the forest. So when Vyasadeva taught this verse, they were also very much interested in learning it and they by-hearted it. So this verse is coming in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is called as, oh, okay, Prabhu has put the 6th one. Okay, Prabhu, can you put the other one? Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam. Okay, so in that verse, what is more important is when this verse was chanted by the villagers when they were in the forest to collect the firewood, at that time, Sukadeva Goswami, son of Vyasadeva, he was not interested in any of the samskaras or the planning process. So he went and stayed in the forest because he had already realized the Atma, he is a self-realized soul, he was not interested in anything else. But on hearing this verse, he was completely attracted. That's why Prabhupada always mentioned in his lecture about this. Even a self-realized soul, who is called as the Brahmanandi, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, Bhagavad Gita says no. But for them also, the Lord's Leelas are very attractive. That is the ultimate thing one has to do. So one should not stop with only just self-realization. One has to move further to relish the Leelas of the Lord, and going back to Godhead is the ultimate goal of a human being. So this verse is very important. Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam diham shaya piyat api asadhi lebe gatim datri. See the word datri. Datri means she came as the mother or the nurse, right? There are 7 mothers, right? One among them is the nurse. Datri is also one among the mothers. Datri uchitam tato anyam kamba dayalam sharanam rajema. Kamba dayalam. This word attracted so much to Sukadeva Goswami as well as Uddhava also, because there cannot be one who is so merciful than this wonderful Krishna. Though she came with a bad intention, but Krishna took her to a special position as the mother. So as we see this, in this very important aspect is, when she fell down, the Lord's transcendental body was on her. And her body was stretching to so many miles, it is explained in the Bhagavatam. And the entire villages were completely having such a wonderful aroma, lingering aroma. They say that no, such a fragrance was there throughout everywhere. So this way, the Leela of Putana is so much glorified. Let us try to understand the verse number 11 also. Again, Prabhu. 10, 6, 11. Okay, thank you. So this verse is talking about this Putana was crying out. What does she say? Sa muncha munchalam iti prabhashini nishpidyamana akila jiva marmani vivritya netre charanau bhujau muhu sorry prasvinna Gatra Kshipati Rurodha. Translation. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Unbearably pressed in every vital point. So Krishna was sucking, he was pressing every vital point, and her pranavayu. The demon Putana began to cry. And what did she say? Please leave me, please leave me. Suck my breast no longer. So she cries out. Imagine this demon does not want to get into the hold of the Lord because her mood was very bad. For the Lord, when it is when the devotees are held by the Lord, they are very happy, right? Because they want to be always under the shelter of the Lord. But the demons, they never. So perspiring, what has happened? Her eyes wide open and her arms and legs flailing. She cried very loudly again and again. So this way, she was pulled down. So we can understand the Lord's name is Achyuta. Achyuta means one who leaves it. Achyuta means one who holds it. So in this regard also, Prabhupada also used to give a wonderful example. One should understand that two types of carrying. See, a monkey, when it jumps to different branches of the tree, the baby monkey catches hold of her mother and tie her very tightly, right? But when it comes to a cat, when small kitten are going around, the cat will carry in its mouth and the kitten will be very cool, will not be bothered. But whereas the baby monkeys will be afraid, because what happens when the monkey jumps, this may be falling down. They have to hold it tight. So a wise person or an intelligent person, as Bhagavad Gita says, devotees are intelligent. What they want to be like a kitten in the hands of cat Krishna, not like a demon, right? So this is where Putana was completely given a very special position. Okay, so moving on to the next Leela, Chakatasura. Chakatasura, as we know that it's a very special day for Krishna. They are celebrating the happy birthday too. So Krishna was kept in a wonderful cradle, and there was a big wheel where they were carrying so many vessels, right? So when Krishna was in the cradle, the cart was having so much of loads of vessels and other things, and this demon sent by Kansa, he took the form of a wheel. And what did he do now? He thought, if I go across and I can attack him with the wheel and I can finish him off. So nobody could see. The cart was moving with all the vessels and Krishna is in the cradle. So when the cradle was coming so fast, Krishna could understand. Nobody was watching it. And Krishna so coolly, as he is a small baby, while the baby is always doing all these things, they raise the hands, legs, everything, right? In a small time, when they kick all these things, Krishna was also doing the same thing. As the wheel was coming closer, Krishna used his right lotus feet and the small, little finger. So he used to use the toe of his lotus feet, and when it touched the wheel, it fell down with a thud sound and broke into pieces. Everybody was watching. What is that? What is that? Some sound is coming. Everybody is rushing. All the Brajavasis come and see what is happening. What is happening? Finally, Krishna is smiling as usual, but nobody could see the demon has fallen down and was killed. So this is the way the Lord killed the demon, Chakatasura. As we say yesterday, Krishna is killing all these demons with ease, without much difficulty. Okay, let's go to the shloka. With that, we'll try to wind up. This is the 10th canto, 7th chapter, 7th shloka. Adaha shayanasya shishorano alpaka pravala mridu angri. See that? Angri, midu angri. Mridu angri means it's soft lotus feet. Mridu angri hatam vyavartata vidvasta nana rasa kupya bhajanam Vetyasta Chakraksha Vibhinna Kubharam. So here also there is a translation. It is explained. The Chakatasura was completely attacked. Translation. Lord Sri Krishna was lying down underneath the handcart in one corner of the courtyard, and although his little legs were as soft as leaves, when he struck the cart with his legs, it turned over violently and collapsed. The wheels separated from the axle, the hubs and spokes fell apart, and the pole of the handcart broke. On the cart there were many little utensils made of various metals, and all of them scattered hither and thither. So this way, the Leela is also glorified. As I told you, Āndāl Nachiyar has given 2 Leelas here. As we go further, we will be relishing wonderful transcendental pastimes of the Lord through the various Pāsurams. Hare Krishna. We will complete with the final glorification of Āndāl Nachiyar here. This is coming from, okay. கோதை பிறந்த ஊர் கோவிந்தன் வாழுமோர் சோதிமணி மாடம் தோன்றுமோர் நீதியால் நல்ல பக்தர்கள் வாழுமோர் நான்மறைகள் ஓதுமோர் ஸ்ரீவல்லிபுத்தூர் வேதக்கோனூர் பாதகங்கள் தீர்க்கும் பரமனடி காட்டும் வேதம் அனைத்திற்கும் வித்தாகும் கோதை தமிழ் ஐந்தைந்தும் அறியாத மானிடரை சுமப்பது வம்பு. Those who do not know the Pāsurams, those who do not know the Tiruppāvai, they are a real burden to the entire world. This is what it says. Hare Krishna. Okay, let us pray for all the devotees once again, one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Vasant Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Vasant Prabhu, can you take over?
Yes, Prabhu. All the rooms are closed. Dhananjay Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes,
Dhananjay is also ready there. Okay. Hare Krishna. Dhananjay, Hare Krishna. Take care.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
आनंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद.
Hare Krishna, Krishna